math person specialist here in the elementary. My name is Mara Neverly, and I am going to time myself here to make sure it is 5 minutes here. This is third grade content and what they're learning in the first unit. So let's get going. 4016. Right off the bat, they've been learning the place value chart. So you can look one up online. I'm sure you'll get many to choose from. But for example, what I'm talking about are words like this. The 6 is in the ones, the 1 is in the tens, the 0 is in the hundreds, the 4 is in the thousands. And if I were to write those numbers, the values underneath, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and I can keep going. You see the zeros just keep adding in. So this will be the 10,000s, and I keep going like that. But here we're only working to the thousands. And if they are asking for standard form, that would just be that number right there. That's the easiest one out of them all. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't remember what that is, it's just the number. So I'm just writing 4016. That's what's called standard form. That's what we use mostly. Expanded form. Expanded is really, really big. I'm going to take this number and expand it all the way out. Meaning, I'm going to start with the 4 digit. There are 4 digits here, so I'm going to expand it out with 4 blanks. Blah, plus blah, plus blah, plus blah. Then what I'll input in those blanks are the digits. I have 4, I have 0, I have 1, and I have 6. But the thing is, my number, if I add 4 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6, guess what? I'm not going to get that number. So I need to be able to get back to that number. So the 4 does not represent just a 4. It represents 4 thousands. So if I have 4 thousands, 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000, that is 4,000. So that 4 is worth 4,000. The 0 is just worth 0. You know what? I don't even need to write that because it's just 0. The 1, how much is that worth? Well, it's worth 1 tens. So if I have 1 10, that's just 10. And then 6 ones. If I have $6 bills, that's just $6. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this part right here. And so my expanded form would be 4,000 plus 10 plus 6. I took that and I expanded it out. And then the last one that they'll ask for is word form. And it's exactly how you say the number, but you just have to write it out, which is really hard for kids because it takes a long time. So I have 4,016. And typically, you will put the comma after you have said 4,000. Okay? So, let's take a look at another one here. I have a number, and I'm going to write it the 3 different ways. I have standard form. What's that going to look like? Well, it's going to be that number. This is standard. Okay, let's go to expanded. Expanded form. Okay, I have 4 digits to work with. Okay, 2 of them are zeros, so really those are going to be thrown out. But if you get confused at that, let's just write them in there. So I have 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits. My digits are 1, 0, 0, 5. And then if I take 1 plus 0, 0 plus 0 plus 5, I am not going to get back to 1,005. So I need to see what each number's value is. So 1 is worth what here? 1,000. Because it's in the thousands spot. The 0, well that's a 0. Thrown away. It's not worth anything. 0? No. And the 5, that's 5 ones. If you forget what place it's in under the for place value, look up the place value chart. That's 5 ones, $5 bills. So I'm going to erase this middle chunk, and my expanded form is just 1,000 plus 5. Done. And word form, I'm not going to write it out for you, but it would just be 1,000, comma, 5. All right, then the other one to try, this number here, this is what's called such an S-T-A, standard. And then expanded, let's try it again. So expanded, you might be like, I got this. Do you? Try one more time. So I have 3 digits. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. My 3 digits are 3, a 2, and a 7. If I take 3 plus 2 plus 7, guess what? I'm not going to get back to 327. So I need to see what value each one of these numbers is. So 3 is not worth 3. It's worth 3, what place is that in? The hundreds. So it's going to be 300. The 2 is worth not 2. It's in the tens. So 2 tens, guess what, is 20. And then 7 ones is just 7. And if I were to add this up together, I'm going to get 327. Okay? So that's the first part that they spent time on learning. This next part is taking a number, so you're given a number, and trying to figure out the value of the digit that I ask for. So let's say, what's the value of 1 here? You'd be like, well, 1. No, that is not right because it is not in the ones place. Now, 1 up here happens to be in the not ones, not tens, but hundreds. So this is worth 100, which, how would I write that? 100. So 100 is a lot more than 1. Now if you can hold on a second, I have a visitor.